Never let them bring you down, cause then you be on their level. Listen, I'm never giving up. Stand your ground, don't get too comfortable or too settled. Listen, I'm never giving up. When you hit rock bottom, it's only one way to go. Listen, I'm never giving up. Everybody got problems, how you handle them, no. Listen.
Hey, I'm John.
I'm Jonathan.
Welcome to The Formula.
What's up, y'all? It's another podcast of The Formula. We in here. How's it going, Jay?
I'm good.
Good, man. Good. Yeah, hey, man, it's cool, man. We're getting really good feedback from people from other podcasts.
Oh, yeah?
That's been listening to our podcast.
Word.
So I have to commend you for the change.
Okay.
People's talking about it. People's talking about the change of the logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Talking about the change of the logo. Talking
Cool.
about the shirts.
Nice.
Shout out to Brittany. Yeah, she liked the whole setup, what we got going on, man. So
Okay.
shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to Brittany.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of things going on in the sports world. And we have, so basketball's been great. NBA basketball has been great.
It's been interesting.
Yes, and
Not the matchups that everybody wanted, but
yeah. But
it's been interesting.
So I know we didn't plan on talking about this, but like, let's get into it. I actually like that it's not the typical teams that's in the playoffs and send us.
That's what I'm saying. It makes it interesting. It makes it cool.
And what it does is it makes sports the way it should be. It should be a chance that you can go out there and display your talents and actually have a chance to win the game.
Right. I was always against super teams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even though I wanted Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to come to the Knicks, and we had the possibility of getting Zion, but it didn't work out that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm cool with it. We still made the playoffs, so
yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, man, I like it. I don't mind the super teams because if they want to play together, hey, let them play together.
Yeah, it's just, but it makes this finals is interesting because of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody expected Phoenix or Milwaukee to make it,
right?
So, and it's good for their fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's good for.
If it was Brooklyn and LA, it's like okay. Yeah. I mean, it still would have been cool, but you know, I always vote for the smaller markets anyway.
Right.
So.
But I hate the narrative of small markets, big markets, because really, now the small market, big market thing, I think it applied more back in the day. You know, where you couldn't watch any basketball game, any football game on your phone. So right now, you can. I don't care who's your team. You can be the team of the Portland Trailblazers now, or the San Francisco 49ers.
Because you now you have access to all the games, no matter where you are.
No matter where you are.
You know
what I mean? So for me, I don't get it's the narrative of the powers that be and the sports talk heads that always keep bringing up the big market. The big market. No, I don't think it's a big market anymore. You know, I think that you might get more exposure. I think
they kind of leveled. They kind of even the gap a little bit better.
Right, but just think about it. If Milwaukee, just take Milwaukee. Giannis has been the MVP for 2 years. All right, so did that stop him from being the MVP?
No, of course not.
Okay, so LeBron came and played for the Charlotte Hornets. Is that going to stop him from doing what he do?
Nope.
He going to take the Charlotte Hornets to the championship. You know. Yeah. So I hate the big market, small market thing that actually kind of deters the superstars from going to those markets or those teams. Like because I think the Hornets have a great team and that they need one or two more like big names.
And they're good. Yeah. They'll be all right.
They'll be good.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
They'll be good, man. So we're moving the thing. So,
but speaking of the finals, let's get into this Rachel Nichols situation.
So I know it's been beaten down throughout the week, man. But you know, Rachel Nichols has some things to say about Maria Taylor's being actually chosen for the NBA Finals to kind of cover it. And so Rachel Nichols basically said, paraphrasing, that this was her spot. This is her job. You know what I mean? So they shouldn't be giving that to anyone else. Now, this was also supposed to be a private conversation that someone recorded. We don't know who recorded it. I don't think ESPN is trying to figure out who recorded it, who left the recorder on, because it's a recorder that they had to switch off because of COVID and everything. They working from home, and they working in the hotel. I think they was working in a hotel. So, I don't think ESPN is even trying to figure out who it was.
There's so many layers to this. A
lot of layers.
There's so many layers to this. And I agree with you. I don't think ESPN is even trying to find out how this happened.
But they used the scapegoat. I think they fired someone for it. If I'm not mistaken.
I think someone did face consequences.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. So there is a lot of layers. I love. I always loved the ESPN. That's what I watched growing up. If I wasn't watching Are You Afraid of the Dark or something on Nickelodeon, I was watching ESPN. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's wild, and I know it's shocking to most that the culture that they have within ESPN, the culture of not real, it's all right. So I was listening to someone talk. I forgot the gentleman's name, but basically he was a black guy. He worked for ESPN for 8 years or so, and one of the execs talked to him and asked him to stop acting ghetto, because we already have one of those, right? They was talking about Stephen A. So we have our ghetto guy, Stephen A., the loud guy. Sound like he might be from the hood, the loud black guy. So they told him or maybe it was Stuart Scott that was said to him that they already have that guy that had to talk the sling and all that, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they told this guy he need to, calm it down because we already have one of those. And that's another thing. It's like movies, man. We have one. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
We have one black person. We're good. We don't need any more black people on the cast.
So let me ask you: is Rachel correct in regards to diversity at ESPN? In your opinion, is she right about that?
In what context do you mean?
I don't know what context she meant. so she just brought up diversity. She said ESPN had a terrible track record with diversity.
Mm-hmm.
In what way? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because on camera, there's some diversity.
Yeah. And they talk about that too.
Behind camera,
there's no diversity. And that's in every company, bro.
That's
real talk.
That's the American way.
That's the American way.
Mm-hmm.
Because a company that I worked for, that's one of my gripes. I walk around, I see in the labor force, I see in customer service,
Entry level.
all the entry level jobs, right? You can get those entry level jobs as a black person.
They'll allow us to work those positions.
We're not getting paid that much, and that's another layer to it. You talking about wealth distribution. There's not a chance for us to actually get to that level. There's not much of a chance. They picked one or two, a few of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no chance for the whole, for everyone as a black race to actually level up. You feel what I'm saying? There's gonna be a few. There's always gonna be a few of us that actually level up, but there's There's so many that
realistically we don't have a fair opportunity.
No, because all those jobs are going to
the Rachel Nichols of the world.
Yep. So again, let me go back. So I've seen that in places I worked. So all these entry-level jobs, a lot of black people, Hispanic, stuff like that. Especially, I mean, one place that I worked for, they called the call center like the hood. The call center, the hood. Because nobody's there but black people. Mm-hmm. And that's funny. In those spaces, you might see 1 or 2 white people. and so I walk around office, right? I worked in this huge facility, right? And I walked around the offices, and if I look into an office, you know, the big dogs having the meetings, no black people. And it kind of, I didn't realize it because, again, when you play football and in sports, you kind of in a bubble. Mm-hmm. The longer you play football and sports, you in this bubble that everybody's kind of the same, right? You're in this bubble. And if you don't get racial stuff happen to you in the streets, you know what I mean, like by the cops and stuff, you don't see it. And that's part of my situation. Like I didn't see it, a lot of it growing up. I seen some of it, but it was kind of like, I was that black person like, well, they shouldn't have did this. They shouldn't have did that. But yeah, man, you walk around the offices and nothing but, you know, white people in these big offices. You know what I mean? If someone have a big office by themselves, it's mainly, you know, white people because they have the bigger, you know, higher paid jobs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When I got hired on at a location before, and I got hired on, and a lot of us got hired on as temps, right? Another wave of hires came in, and most of those guys got hired on as full-time employees. You can imagine what that group of people look like.
Versus your group of people.
Right.
Versus the group of people you were in that got hired.
Right. And then on top of that, so I had a year of experience. I've already, like, I'm still a temp. Got a year of experience. I'm already like taking like team lead calls, things like that, right? And then they come in, they get hired full time immediately, and they go to hire us all at the same time, but like as full time, bringing me on full time, them getting hired. And this is why the companies don't like people talking about how much they make, because there was this white boy, you know, fresh out of college. He and I got a college degree myself. let me state that. Mm-hmm. He comes in and he actually spoke about how much they was paying him, and he was getting paid more than I was. Mm. And I think that's the first thing that really opened my eyes to like, hold on, that's not right. You know what I mean? How this kid that I know he's not better than me, how did this kid come out of college? I got a college degree. I'm better than him. How did this kid get more money than me? And
that's the big picture issue in regards to this Rachel Nichols situation, is that, you know, we all, damn near all of us, have dealt with that. Mm-hmm. Have dealt with what you dealt with. Mm-hmm. Have gone through what you've gone through. And chances are Maria Taylor has the same experience. Mm-hmm. So this idea that we live in a country where things are handed to us,
right?
When there's just no evidence that shows that,
right?
You know what I mean? So this idea that, oh, you're a diversity hire, they only hired you because you're black. I've never experienced it.
I never experienced it, no.
And I don't know anybody who has.
Right.
You know, is there some of that going on? Maybe. Mm-hmm. But to what scale is that happening? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, if you can't do the job, Jonathan, you're not getting hired.
Right.
You're not getting promoted.
Right.
You're not. So you still got to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, you still got. Even if you are the right diversity hire, you still got to deliver.
Yep.
Chances are Maria has to work twice as hard as Rachel.
Absolutely.
And no disrespect to Rachel, who, by all accounts and by all measures, she works her ass off too.
Mm-hmm.
But chances are Maria has to work even a little harder than Rachel to get anywhere in that company.
Mm-hmm.
So
to expand upon that as well, Maria had to get hired on, right? Like she worked hard to get to that place. We always work hard to get to those places that we deserve to get there. To. Rachel Nichols actually, like, the reason why she's in that place because of her parents.
Allegedly.
But that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Her mom is an actor or something.
Her
dad is a director.
Diane Sawyer.
Yeah.
There's some kind of relation there.
Right.
I think that's her like mother-in-law or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, she don't think that.
Come on, that chances are that had something to do with something.
Mean, it had everything to do with something because
I'm not making any allegations. I'm just saying.
Like Kwame was talking about. Kwame Brown, man, he tripping. He be tripping. He tripped me out. But I think that had everything to do with it. You know, if
I wouldn't put it past anybody. That's how it works.
Right. So
that's how it works.
That's how it works, man. And
so you feel like Rachel should be fired? Should ESPN get rid of her?
I don't think that she said anything racist. She just said that that's supposed to be mine. Like they put it in contract.
The problem is she brought up race.
She brought up race? Oh, I didn't know that part.
When she said the diversity thing, yeah.
Oh, she said the diversity thing.
Yeah, she basically said, yo, ESPN, just because you have a bad track record with diversity don't mean you should give this black woman my job. Don't hire this black woman. Don't promote this black woman for the job that I'm going for. Because you have a bad track record with diversity. So don't promote a qualified black woman for a position because you want to be woke or whatever ESPN is trying to do.
Right.
Because remember, this is during the bubble, and this is during all the protests, and you know they wrote Black Lives Matter on the court, and you know what I mean. Is during that time. So they're saying, she's saying, Rachel's saying, yo, you know, ESPN is under pressure to put a black face, basically, in that position. She brought up race. Had she not brought up race, we would have no problem with what she said. Because otherwise, she would just be saying, yo, don't give her the job that I'm going for.
Right. That she said it was in her contract to get it.
Whatever. I don't care what's in your contract.
And she should know that.
Does the NFL follow the contracts? Not down to the T.
Right. And
contracts are always meant to be broken.
She should know that things, you know,
things change.
Things change. You just move. You know what I mean?
Listen, and even if they did give Maria that job because she was black, I don't have a problem with that. Because what about all the people who were denied a job because they were black? What about all the people that were fired from ESPN because of their blackness? So if you give someone a job based on their blackness, yo, I'm available. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm here. What's up? I'm available. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, come on, man. It's like 300-400 years of the BS that we've been going through. We ain't getting no reparations yet.
Right.
The least they could do is promote us. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. It's not like she's running ESPN. Maria's not running ESPN.
Right. Exactly.
You go to the front offices of ESPN, what you gonna see? White men.
Yeah, absolutely.
White men.
And that's what they mentioned too, is like that you see, they do a good job of disguising that their diversity out front.
Right.
And
right.
on the back end, where the people really, really making money, they're the ones that's not black.
They allow us to participate. They don't allow us to own anything. We have no ownership over anything. We don't own Disney. We don't own ESPN. We don't own the NBA. We don't own nothing. We could barely coach in the NBA. So even if they are giving us handouts, first of all, that's not happening.
Right.
Second of all, I wish they owe us. At this point, they owe us. Like, pay what you owe.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's where I'm at. This whole, you got to be fair and equal. Where was this fairness and this equality? Where the hell this been?
Right.
Where the hell has been the past 400 years? Because I have no trace of it. I didn't see it. So if we're getting special treatment, white folks been getting special treatment from day one. Feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
From day one, they've been getting special treatment. So Maria can't have a job?
Right.
Really? Like,
and it's
I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case.
It's just one finals though.
It's it's like come on, bro.
Because we're expected to move. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Rachel got her own show.
Yeah.
Rachel got her own show on ESPN. So I get that you're trying to vie, you're going for this position, you're going for this job or whatever, but it's just she's pushing a narrative that's just false. ESPN, they might have an issue with diversity. That I'm not arguing. But this narrative that black folks are just being handed jobs that we don't deserve, or being handed jobs that just because we're black, that is a false narrative. And there are a lot of people in this country who believe that.
Yeah.
So that was my issue with it. I'm not saying she's racist. I don't know her well enough to say, that she's racist.
A lot of people rock with her.
A lot of people rock with her. And a lot of those people are people of color.
Yep. Yep.
And anyone who's had experience with her, they'll say, yo, I never had any issues with her. So
all week I've heard, no, not Rachel. Dang, not Rachel. That's all I've heard.
But the problem is there are a lot of people in this country, some of them who are white, who feel the same way she feels, who have that same sentiment. And it's a false narrative. Jonathan, nobody ever gave you anything. Ever.
Never, ever. No.
ever.
Right. Had to work for everything I have.
Had to work for everything. And chance, like I said, Maria probably had to work 3 times as hard.
Yeah. I always have to work 3 times as hard.
That's how we do.
To even get our foot in the door.
Just to get our foot in the door.
Yeah. Yep. And it's always, this is an example of I'm for black people. I'm for Black Lives Matter. There's no racism, all this stuff until
it affects her.
Until it affects them. Right?
Yeah. Power to the people. Right. Oh, you willing to take a pay cut for this? Right. Oh, nah. Oh, we're gonna give this job to this black person. We hired this black. You cool with that? Nah.
Like
Chill, bro. Chill.
Have you seen the commercial?
We about to vote in the black president. Whoa.
Wait,
what are we doing here?
Wait, this is America. This is America. We shouldn't be doing that.
They're all down for the cause until it affects them, until it affects their pocket. You know what I mean? And that's another layer to this, because it's like, yo, Rachel, you got your own show. Chances are you're making decent money. You couldn't just fall back. You couldn't just fall back, be happy for Maria. You know what I mean? It's like, well, Rachel, what sacrifice are you really making here?
Yeah. Even as a woman, just be happy for. Well, you giving it to another woman. I'm happy.
I mean, right? Where's the love? Where's the love?
Yeah. That's funny. It just made me think about the Liam Neeson interview. They was talking about. They was asking him about women equal pay in the movie industry, right?
Right.
In Hollywood, he was like, "Yeah, they should give them equal pay. They're getting treated wrong. They should get paid more. Well, would you take a little bit less?"
Fuck no.
Oh no, we're going too far there now. And he literally said that you're going too far. You have to see the clip, bro. No, you're going too far.
Then you're not really supporting it. Then
his taken voice.
You're not really supporting it. Then yeah.
All right. Nah. That's going too far.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Now, but then the other question is, should Liam Neeson have to take a pay cut?
He shouldn't.
Technically speaking, he shouldn't have to.
Mm-mm.
He shouldn't have to.
Yeah, they should give them the people.
Chances are there's enough money around to pay Liam Neeson and pay the woman.
Right.
You know,
most of the time,
same amount.
Most of the time, Liam Neeson and a woman won't be in, a high tier actor female actor won't be in the same movies anyway.
Right.
So,
right.
It's those movies where it's just females that they're not getting paid like the men would have.
Right.
And they're probably going to gross it just as much in the box office.
More than likely, yeah.
So, yeah.
So, you want to get into the Sha'carri Richardson?
Yeah, man. Let's hit that real quick, man. I know a lot of black people are very upset about that situation. A lot of people feel like, and it's not just black people that feel this way, but a lot of people feel like that she shouldn't have been punished for the weed. So let me rewind. Sha'carri Richardson is a 100-meter champion.
Track and field.
She's really fast, and she qualified for the Olympics. She was number one in the United States this year. Qualified for the Olympics, and then so she was going to be running the 100 and the 4x1, and she got popped with weed. So she can't stay off the weed, and a lot of people is upset about it. They should ban it. They say that it's legal in a lot of states in the United States. But the challenge is this is international games.
Let me push back on that.
All right.
Is it illegal in every country in the world?
Not every country.
So when you talk about international, it's legal in some countries, not illegal in every country. Mm-hmm. So can you really ban it?
I say yes.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. I think this. Now, the rules are the rules, right? The rules been there. It is what it is. Everybody know what the rules are.
The rules are stupid, but go ahead.
Yeah, the rules are stupid. I mean, hey, I get that. The rules are stupid because it don't enhance her performance. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you don't want somebody high coming into an event like just say javelin. You don't want somebody high or drunk right before you shoot the javelin.
That's true.
Or the shot put.
I didn't know, or the hammer throw. You don't want somebody drunk throwing hammers.
You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't a fact. Now this is my problem with Sha'carri. It's not the fact that she couldn't smoke the weed, because she could actually, and it's what I like. Marcellus Wallace call it the stupid tax. But
just she found out that her biological mom died.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Weed is medicinal.
All right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's medicine.
Mm-hmm. I
whatever stigmatized, however you feel about weed, at the end of the day, there are medical benefits to weed. Mm-hmm. And that includes smoking it.
Right. I agree with that.
I can't really fault her for that.
Do you think she started smoking weed when her mom passed away?
Probably not. Probably not.
No, exactly.
But I can't fault her for
I
doing it because if that helps her cope with that situation, then by all means go for it.
But she could cope with that situation that way right before the events. Because that's the thing.
It depends on when her mom died. I don't know when her mom passed away.
Still, if you might as well just not run then. You know the rules. You know you're going to get popped.
You know the rules.
Right? All you had to do is smoke the weed right to the point where you know you got to do your test. Because it's not like they don't know when they're going to get tested. They know when they're going to get tested. Okay. That's why Marcellus Wiley call it the stupid tax. That's why he called it that, because when NFL players, when they play, when they get tested, they know when they're going to get tested. So you know when you're going to get tested. Smoke up to the point. Do your people? I know people in the hood and in my island that know that what they need to do to clean their blood or they pee before they go for an interview at the pickle plant. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, bro. So you mean to tell me these people are smart enough that's not gonna get paid millions off of endorsements because they're in the Olympics? You mean to tell me these people are smart enough to go do the cycle of getting clean right before they go and get tested at the pickle plant? I don't know if Sha'carri knows. She know that.
That I don't know.
She's 20, how old is she?
Like 20, 21.
20, 21. She know that. She been inspired to go to the Olympics her life.
So you think you don't have a problem with her smoking?
I know.
You just have a problem with her not cleaning her blood.
Absolutely.
Her pee.
Yes, I have a problem with that because that impacted her life. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, how much depression is this girl going to be in now that her whole life goals have just been taken away from her because of a decision that she made?
But you know what she's going to do? She's going to smoke weed. And that's how she's going to deal with it. And she's going to be all right.
She's not going to be all right.
She's going to be good. But you know, at 2021, we feel like, oh, we're going to be in the Olympics the next time around.
Anything happened in 4 years.
Anything could happen in 4 years.
Yep.
But that's not how she's thinking. You know, when you're young, you're thinking, I'll be back. I'll be there. I'll be back.
And that's my other problem, right? My other problem is, where's her camp? Where's her friends? Where's the people around her that's like, no, you can't do this? Like, who? She's not smoking by herself.
Chances are she's not smoking by herself.
She's puff passing with somebody.
Chances are,
that person should be ashamed of themselves that smoked weed with her. And the ones that sold it to her, you know what I mean? You if you listen to a lot of NFL athletes, NFL and NBA guys, they say that they wanted to get into the gang life and all that stuff that when they were growing up. And even those gangsters and gang members and drug dealers are like, no, dude, you got you got a life. Mm-hmm. We're doing this because we have to. Mm-hmm. You about to go to the NFL and NBA in a few years. You cannot. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, who would?
Listen,
crazy.
I don't know what her circle looks like, but yeah, that's a valid point.
That pisses me off, bro.
That's a valid point.
There's no way I would let one of my friends smoke weed, and I know what their goals are. So she got to change her friends, bro. Like, I don't understand why we just try to hold on to friends that don't want to be our friends, and hold on to friends that don't have the best interest for us. All they care about themselves. Obviously, all they want to do is get high with an Olympic sprinter. Like, it baffles me, man.
I still say the rules shouldn't be in place.
I agree with that.
And that's the bigger issue. Mm-hmm. That's the bigger issue. We could wag the finger at Sha'carri Richardson all we want to. Mm-hmm. And she deserves that criticism because, you know, she did what she did. She knew what she was doing. Mm-hmm. But I think the bigger issue is, why are we testing athletes for marijuana? Mm-hmm. That's the bigger issue.
I agree with that.
And say what you want to say, but any institution that implements these kind of laws or rules, regulations, there are some racial implications to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying, oh, they're trying to hold down the black athlete. All I'm saying is there's really no legitimate reason to have these rules in place, as far as I know. Like you said at the beginning, it's not a performance-enhancing drug.
Nope.
Now, can it help with recovery? It might could help with recovery from injuries or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But what is an injury? An injury is you downgrade your physicality. Mm-hmm. The marijuana can help you get back to where you were, but it doesn't help you get better above where you were. It doesn't help you get. It doesn't help you level up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it might help you get recover. It might help you get better from an injury or whatever. But you're not leveling up.
Right. I agree.
You're not. It's not a human growth hormone. It's not what Barry Bonds and them was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think the bigger question, if we want to direct our energy towards somewhere, direct it to the Olympics and the rules committee and tell them, yo, change the rule. Because there's really, Sha'carri should be running.
I don't think so, man.
She should be running.
I don't think so.
Hold on, though.
We could direct the energy to them before.
Who makes the rules?
They do.
It ain't us.
Well, we got to follow them.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Why?
Now she's not running.
Or we could ask them to change the rules.
Yeah, that's what I agree. Like, the rules are stupid.
Yeah, that's
like change it. We gotta follow them.
That's like saying, yo, I can't drink from the water fountain. It's whites only. Those are the rules.
Right.
So what we gonna do? If we know the rule is jacked up,
right, what
are we gonna do about it? Can I really fault a black kid for wanting to drink out the white only water fountain, knowing that water is cleaner than the colored water fountain? Mm-hmm. Can I really blame the kid for that?
No.
You got to look at the institutions who are setting up these rules. Whoever's made up this rule don't look like Sha'carri Richardson. Right. Don't look like me. Don't look like you. Mm-hmm. It don't come from where we come from. We're familiar with weed. We know what it can do.
And they know what it can do.
We know what the limits are. We know what it can't do.
And they know what it can do.
And they know too.
They use it as much, if not more, than we do.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So who put these rules in place and for why? Mm-hmm. For what? Because it damn sure wasn't us.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
No.
So I still think, Sha'carri Richardson, you're awesome. I love you.
I think you're awesome. Yep.
Shout out to Sha'carri Richardson.
Yeah, we support you. 100%. We support you.
I support you. Jonathan, you kind of support her.
I support her. I support her 100%. But I just want. We know the rules. I don't care how stupid they are. If we break them, we're gonna suffer the consequences.
And I say, you're right. You're right. You're not wrong about that. You're absolutely right. These rules are idiotic to me.
Mm-hmm. I think it's stupid that some of these roads, highways around here is 55 miles an hour. I want to run 70 on that.
You want to run 80.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? I want it to be 70 so I can run 80. You feel what I'm saying? But there's reasons. Like, there might be a curve or something. There might be some traffic coming in. Sure.
But this, testing athletes for weed, the NFL should get rid of it. The NBA should get rid of it. Like, they all should get rid of it.
All of this
they all should get rid of it. Because if you make the speed limit 100 miles per hour, chances are that's not a good idea. Mm-hmm. And we know why, because there's going to be consequences. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen with an athlete smoking weed? Nothing. Well, like
I mean, they've been again.
If she could run that kind of time high,
again,
more kudos to her. Like, that's more power to her. Like,
that's my kind of going back to my point. That's my point. Like, they already playing high. They already doing a lot of things high, right? They already doing it high. They just don't pay the stupid tax because they know when they're going to test them. So they just get clean before they get tested. That's my whole point. Bro.
I understand rules are rules. This rule should not be in place.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This rule should not be in place. You know, we don't run the Olympics. No. Again, we don't own anything.
Right.
We don't run anything. If it was up to Sha'carri Richardson and people like her, we will look at the science, and the science will indicate, nah, these athletes can smoke weed 2 weeks before an event. No biggie. Yeah. So that's where I fall on it.
Yeah. Yep. So I agree, man. I agree. So, but Sha'carri, come back strong, girl. Seriously, just come back strong. Stay focused. You know.
And I'm not watching the Olympics, by the way.
You protested the Olympics, bro, because of that?
They put a damper on it. Hold on, bro. Like, come on. Like,
so
no disrespect. I mean, I want to see Sydney do the 400-meter hurdles, and I don't want to see Noah Lyles do his thing.
Let's go back to the 100-meter.
But nah.
For her, now that she's disqualified, right? That allowed another black woman to run the 100.
Which is cool, but whoever replaces her is not as fast as Sha'carri Richardson.
But Sha'carri she wasn't gonna win it anyway.
How you figure?
Dude, the Jamaicans are running way faster than her. Way faster than her.
But Sha'carri has a chance.
The other one's got just as much of a chance.
But that's the thing. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that.
I don't think
and now I can't see that.
Sha'carri wasn't gonna have
I wanted to see Sha'carri Richardson go up against Jamaicans. That's what I wanted to see.
She wasn't gonna get a chance. She was gonna get smoked.
But I still wanted to see it.
She was gonna come in like third, fourth.
I don't care. I still wanted to see that though.
Nah, man, listen.
That's like, listen, I know chances are Phoenix is gonna win the finals. Doesn't mean I don't want to see that matchup. But you know what I mean? Even though you know who's more likely to win. Now, you still want to see the matchup.
So then someone's still getting treated wrong. So the ones that did the things right, that didn't smoke the weed.
Smoking weed is not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it.
If you break the rule, it's wrong.
Okay, now if you break the rule,
no matter how stupid the rule is, if you break the rules, wrong. So them other girls that did not break the rules didn't go to the Olympics because Sha'carri that broke the rules. She's in the Olympics now.
Yeah, because them other girls didn't run as fast.
She broke the rule.
Them other girls didn't run as fast, so I don't have a problem with Sha'carri going.
Yeah, she broke the rule, man.
They got to run faster than her.
now, and they might in the Olympics.
They might, but Sha'carri can't now because she got disqualified because she got suspended.
Nope. Break the rules.
I think we're like
click it or ticket, man.
I think we're agreeing and disagreeing at the same time.
Yeah, we are. Click it or ticket. If you booze, you lose. Smoke weed, you're going to be home indeed.
It's not fair. I don't think it's fair. It's not fair. It's not right. And you know, you gotta run a faster time than her. Then you could go. You know what I mean? I don't care what Sha'carri was doing. I honestly don't care. She could have smoked a pound of weed. I don't care. She's faster than everybody. That's what it is. The best athletes should go. The greatest athletes should go.
I agree that we need to change the rule. I do agree with that.
It's and again, there's racial implications because you know it's the same thing here in the States. You know, so that's where I fall. Sha'carri Richardson.
I could talk about racial implications
in regards to weed.
No, other things.
Oh, right.
other things in sports. I kind of ran across. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we can say that for another day.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it here. Sha'carri Richardson, shout out. You're beautiful. Beautiful soul. You did nothing wrong. No matter what Jonathan say.
You broke the rules. I still love you though.
I got nothing but love for you. I wish you the best.
We pray that we pray for healing for sure. I lost my mom as well, so I totally understand what you're going through, and definitely want you to grow from this. We want to grow from this, be better, faster next time around, because we only have to wait 3 years because this Olympics got pushed back because it's supposed to happen in 2020, right? So we're gonna have the Olympics in 2024. So
assuming there's not another pandemic,
yeah. So we really don't have to worry about you only have 3 years to get ready instead of 4 years this time.
She'll be back.
You should be ready.
Yeah,
you should be ready.
She'll be all right. That's what I'm saying.
Let's get ready for them Jamaicans. That's your goal, not the American sprinters. The Jamaican sprinters who you want to beat.
All right, so we're gonna leave it there.
Yeah, man, we're gonna leave it there.
All right, follow us on Instagram at The Formula Production. Follow us on Twitter at The Formula Pro. Follow podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Follow me on social media at Speechless417.
You can follow me at Boot Leach on Twitter, IG, Jonathan Leach on Facebook.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think. Till next time, faith, dream, hustle, repeat.
And that's the formula.